Hi. As you can tell, this is an impromptu video, one of my infamous impromptu videos. So there will not be a lot of editing, or probably no editing in this video. The lighting is going to be off. I have no script for this video. I have no outline for this video. So if I meander, I meander. And if I make mistakes, then I make mistakes, and it's all good. So this was going to be a sales video for the SMIC program. So the SMIC program, if you didn't know, is my monthly coaching and mentorship program, audio training, coaching, all kinds of stuff. And normally what I would do is make a sales video because we're relaunching it this weekend. And a sales video has a very specific structure. It says, hey, here's all the stuff you can get, and you get this and that, and here's the benefits and features, and here's how much it costs, and here's the discount or bonuses you'll get this weekend, and here's the money back guarantee, and blah, 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 blah. And I've decided to not do that with this. And the reason is it didn't feel right to me to do that with this particular product. Now, if I was releasing a book this weekend or a video course this weekend, then I would do that. But I'm not going to do that. Now, to be fair, I am going to go through all the features and benefits and all the things you get if you join the SMIC program at the end of this video. However long this video is going to be, I don't know. But instead of doing a sales video, instead I wanted to have a conversation with you about why I do this, why I am involved in this business at all, why I interact with you in this way, if that makes sense. And like I said, I'm not sure what I'm going to say, so we'll see how this goes. We'll see where this goes. But the SMIC program is different in that. So I'm going to give you the quick summary really fast in case you skip through the video or you don't make through the don't make it through the rest of this video. We are relaunching the new version of the SMIC program as of now. So if you get involved with the SMIC program now, between now and, let's see, Monday night, this following Monday at 8 p.m. EST, you get 50% off the first month. And we have actually added more features to the SMIC program, 6 or 7 of them, which I will list at the end of this video, and we have not increased the price. We kept the price the same. How this is different than just reading a book or buying a video course from me or anything like that. And why I wanted to do a video like this instead of, hey, buy this thing, it's great. So let me start with this. So we talk in Alpha Male 2.0 about mission, about having your life mission. And I write the word mission with a capital M, your mission. That is the meaning of your life. That is why you work and why you actually do the things that you do other than purely recreational things. What is your mission? Why are you here? Actually, I can't even talk. Why are you here? And by the way, we're getting over wildfires here in the Pacific Northwest, so the air is a little dry up here, so I'll be clearing my throat a lot and drinking a lot of water. I promise this isn't vodka. Hang on. What is the meaning for your life, and why do you work, and why do you do the things that you do? That's your mission. I talk about that a lot. And I talk about how important that is. And I have a mission just like most Alpha Male 2.0s. And so my mission is, you know what? And before I tell you what it is, I've already talked about what my mission is. I've talked about this at least 2 years ago. I actually wrote out my mission and published this on my blog, so many guys were asking. And the reason I delayed talking about my mission is because I learned from when I was teaching online dating. That'll be the big thing in November. But anyway, when I was teaching online dating a lot, I don't do this anymore. And here's why I don't do this. I would actually publish the exact text that I used on my online dating profiles. And to my horror, guys were taking that I said, here's an example of what works well as an online dating profile, and here's why it works and the different components. And guys would just copy and paste the entire thing and put it on their profiles. And I mean, literally like verbatim. I mean, I would mention like movies that came out that year, and a guy would read it a year later and copy and paste the same thing, talking about the movie that wasn't even in theaters anymore. It was a year old, and it was from a frame of me. So these guys would paste it on their profiles. It wouldn't match their pictures at all. It wouldn't match their vibe at all. Women were totally confused. And of course, it didn't work. So I was worried that if I talked about my mission and posted what my mission was, that guys would copy the mission. And I was right. So about 2 years ago, I published my mission word for word. I'll give it to you in a second. And guys would write an email and say, hey, Caleb, I'll work on my mission. How's this look for a mission? And it was basically my mission. Now, I don't mind if you copy my mission. I'm outcome independent. I don't care. Do whatever you want. But if you try to follow my mission, you're going to fuck yourself. You're not me. Even if you really like me, even if you really like my material, you're not me. You have a different personality and different desires and different needs. You have different goals, different plans, right? Different emotional makeup. You're different. You don't want my mission. Trust me, you don't want my mission. I don't care if you copy my mission, but if you do copy my mission, it's going to damage you. So I'm going to give you my mission, but don't copy my mission. Come up with your own mission. This is just an example of a mission that works. My mission, I'm going to read it so I get it exactly right. You think I have it memorized by now, but pretty close. My mission is, as a man who is the ideal example of long-term masculine happiness, financially, in business, with physical health, and with relationships, I will continue to help 1 million men achieve and maintain a life of long-term consistent happiness. And from this and from businesses that help both men and companies, I have functionally unlimited wealth to do whatever I want and explore the entire world. So that's my mission. Now, as a core component of that mission is 1 million alpha male 2.0s. That's a big, big part of my mission. And that is not a goal. That is a mission. That is the meaning for my life starting back when I was in my mid-30s all the way to when I'm in my 80s. That's the focus of my life. And a component of that is, as you just heard, 1 million alpha male 2.0s who I continue to maintain and support and help. And you may be in that category. Matter of fact, if you're curious, based on the very rough estimates that I can pull from my numbers, and this is very hard to estimate, but my very rough estimates is that we have maybe 200,000 of you in my audience who I would consider an alpha male 2.0. And there's different levels of alpha male 2.0. There's beginner alpha 2.0s and high-end alpha 2.0s and blah, blah, blah. But I think there's about 200,000 of you in my audience who I would consider an actual alpha 2.0. There's approximately another 400 to 500,000 of you who are not alpha 2.0 yet, but you're actively working towards that, which I think is fucking fantastic. And there's another approximately, again, these are very rough numbers. These could be way off, but I think they're, in the ballpark. 1.3, 1.4 million men who are not alpha 2.0s. They're not trying to be alpha 2.0s, but they are aware of what we're doing here. They pay attention to this content. They like this content or pieces of this content. So that's kind of the current numbers now. So I'm about, 20% there in terms of that objective. And that's not a goal. The goal is to get to 1 million alpha 2.0s. The mission is to maintain a network of 1 million alpha male 2.0s for the rest of my life. And so this has a lot of meaning for me. And I realized many years ago, I started to realize how important this was when guys would come up to me after seminars. This has happened about 4 times now, 4 different guys in the seminars I've done the last few years. I started doing seminars. I've been doing public speaking for most of my adult life since the late 90s. And I started doing, let's see, when did I start doing Black Dragon seminars? I started doing Black Dragon, which is a precursor to Alpha 2.0. Black Dragon seminars, I believe in 2012. And then full Alpha Male 2.0 seminar starting in 2015. So I've done a lot since then. 4 times now at these seminars. I've had guys, 4 different guys now have come up to me at the end of the seminar, usually guys in their 20s, younger guys. And they said to me, and they all said it in different words, Caleb, you are the closest thing I've ever had to a dad. And so when you have people come up and say things like this to you, or another example would be guys who have written in, either verbally have told me or emailed me or what have you, or over social media, hey, I was going to kill myself. I bought the pistol. I bought the bullets. I set the date on my calendar. And then I found your blog, or I read The Unchained Man, or I read a chapter from The Unchained Man, and it turned my life around, and now I'm happy, and I'm dating women, and I have location-dependent income. And so when you have guys come up and tell you these things, you start to realize very quickly this isn't a game. This isn't just a business on selling books or selling courses or teaching guys how to get laid, which is how this business started. I started taking this business very seriously. And it's not that I wasn't taking it seriously. I was. Matter of fact, if I remember, I'll circle back to that in a little bit. But I realized that this was something that was actually changing people's lives and changing the world, at least in little bits and pieces, instead of just me sitting here being a capitalist and wanting to make money, which is my objective. My objective, of course, I've been very clear about this, and I've been very transparent about this since day one. My objective is I'm a libertarian capitalist who is a business owner here. I'm running a business here. My goal is to vacuum as much money out of your wallet and put it in my wallet as I can. That is one of my objectives, in addition to my mission. And the way that benefits you is I don't want a one-time transaction with you. I want a relationship with you, or else I wouldn't be doing this video. If I just wanted a transaction with you, I would sell 1 book and it would be terrible, and I'd charge like $100 for it, and I wouldn't give any money back, and I would just be a scammer, and I'd be gone in 6 months. And then I'd, come up with some other thing in some other industry. I've seen guys like this, scam artists who sell one thing, very quickly they're found out, they go out of business, and then they start a new company somewhere else under a different name, they sell something else, they go through the same process. I don't want that. I want a long-term relationship with you. I want you to purchase something from me, a book, a video course, what have you, and have that be so amazing. Not have it be amazing. I don't care how amazing it is. I want you to try it in real life, and thousands of you have. I get your emails. Try it in real life and see that it works, and you go, oh my God, this stuff works. My favorite emails that I get when guys try non-monogamous relationships for the first time is, I can't believe women let you do this. I get that a lot. I love it. And I remember thinking that back in 2008, 2009, when I first started doing non-monogamous relation, I had the same thought. I can't believe I get to do this. This is so awesome. I'm going to make sure my phone is silenced. Hang on a second, just to make sure. Got to follow my own advice. It is. Okay, cool. So I want you to take my material, put it into practice in your life, see that it works, and then guess what I want you to do? I want you to buy the next thing. I want you to buy the next book or the next course. Not everything. You don't have to buy everything I have. Of course not. Some of you have, that's fine, but you don't have to. But that's my point. I want a long-term relationship with you. I don't want it just these one-off sales. So I discovered that when a person buys a book or buys an online course, that's good. And they put that into practice and they make it work. But a lot of guys need more assistance. They have more questions. They have more situations they need help with. And there's only so much help that I can render if you buy a book from me or an audio book or an online course, and that's it. We never talk. We never communicate. There's only so much help I can render to you. It helps a lot, but I found out that a lot of guys need more help than that. So that's when years ago, I introduced coaching, one-on-one online coaching. And not only did it worked too well. I started selling a lot of coaching, and it started fucking up my schedule in terms of my other companies, my other businesses, and my other things I was doing. And so about 3 years ago, I finally canceled all the coaching and said, I can't coach anymore, I'm sorry. And I kind of put all my coaching inside the SMIC program, what we're talking about here. And so I still do one-on-one coaching, but you have to be a member of the SMIC program, and there's an additional fee, and it's kind of expensive. So I still do it, but I've backed off on it because it was overwhelming my schedule. So the next best thing I found that works, and I've experimented with this over the last several years, and I think I've come up with the best model that I've been able to come up with, is that you are part of a program called the SMIC program. And every other Saturday, you and I and a small group of guys are on a video like this, a Zoom call, where you ask me all the questions that you want, including coaching questions. And I go for as long as I need to go. Matter of fact, the last one we did, excuse me, for the SMIC program, I think was a week and a half ago. Yeah, it was 2.5 hours. I think it was a long one. 2.5 hours of me just answering your questions. And do that every other Saturday, so you actually have a real relationship with me where I can help you build these models, which is a little different than you just buying a book. And I want to do that because that is a key part of my mission. I'm going to be super honest with you, and I think I've mentioned this before, and I know it sounds like bragging when I say this, but it's the facts. Financially speaking, I don't need to do this. I don't need to have an SMIC program. I could cancel the entire program tomorrow, and I would have no difference in my financial life. Some numbers on a report would change, and I would say a few bad words, but that's it. So I don't technically need to do this. I want to do this because this is part of why I work. In a very real sense. And in a very real sense, the SMIC program is the most important product or offering. I call them offerings, product, service, information, whatever you sell in your business. The most important offering I have in my entire Alpha 2.0 company. And it may actually be the most important thing I do in any of my companies. And I mean that literally. Now, it's more than just, it's part of my mission. It's also, how do I explain it? You know how, this may not be the best example. You know how you try a new food you've never tried before, and you try it and you're by yourself and you try it like, oh my God, this is so fucking good. And one of the first things you think of is, I want so-and-so to try this. And you think of someone in your life you want to experience this with, maybe have them try the food and watch them get excited when they eat it. You know what? No, I have a better example, much better example, the one that I've actually experienced. So you have a movie that you really like. It's not a movie you just think is cool. You really, really like this movie. And you want after you've seen the movie maybe a few times, you want to have someone in your life who you love watch that movie with you. Significant other, someone in your family, one of your buddies, close buddy, whatever, it doesn't matter, right? And you get the joy of watching that person experience that movie for the first time. So you double your joy. You get the joy of the movie, and then you get the joy of watching this person. Hang on a second, I'm gonna drink. So for example, I've seen this on the internet a few times where guys will have a girlfriend, right? Typical guy. And the girlfriend will come to the guy and say, hey, I've never seen a Star Wars movie before. Maybe we should watch a Star Wars movie. And the guy's like, you want to see Star Wars? Holy shit, this is fucking great. And they're all excited because they're nerds like me and they want to, not the new Star Wars, the old Star Wars. Don't watch the new Star Wars. But they're so excited that they can sit down and watch a Star Wars movie with their girlfriend who actually wants to see it. And they experience that joy vicariously through their girlfriend. They're explaining it to their girlfriend. I've had similar experiences. So I had, let's see, the last time this happened was Pink Firefly wanted to see, Avengers, one of the Avengers, and Infinity War. She wanted to see it. So part of the fun, I had already seen it. So part of the fun for me was explaining to her the different bits and pieces. She'd be like, why is he da-da-da? And I said, well, that's Spider-Man. She goes, oh, Spider-Man. I know what Spider-Man is. And it's fun to watch the look on her face. Even better example is years ago, my whole family went to see the first Avengers movie back in 2010, where the fuck this was, I don't remember. And so my mom was with us. My mom was sitting next to me. She's happy to sit next to me in the movie theater. And I'd already seen it because it was awesome. Avengers. The Marvel movies are the only good movies left that modern day Hollywood can do. And so there was a scene where Black Widow was talking to Bruce Banner in the first Avengers movie, and my mom is confused because she doesn't know comics. She's a mom, she doesn't know comic books. And she was like, so what? I could see the look on her face. And I pointed to Bruce Banner in the movie, and I said, Mom, that's the Incredible Hulk. And she goes, oh, and her whole face lights up because she remembers the Incredible Hulk from watching the 1970s Bill Bixby TV series when she was younger, when I was little. Good show, by the way, for the time. So she knew who the Incredible Hulk was. She was, oh, the Incredible Hulk. And I could see the light up in her face. And it was fun for me to watch her experience that. I don't know if you've had an experience like that, where you go through something and you experience it a second time with someone else. And your joy comes from that person experiencing that thing that you know is amazing. Does that make sense? That's how I feel about my entire life. So I live a life. And I know I've said this before, and I know this might sound boring, and I know this might sound arrogant, but again, I'm giving you the facts. If you take my entire life, okay, and I'm being literal with you, my entire life today, not 10 years ago, not 20 years ago, okay, but today, a fully built, mature alpha male 2.0 life, okay? You take my entire life, you take out my body fat percentage, okay, take that little piece out, put it on the side. The rest of it, everything in there, everything left, every aspect of my life is either a 9.5 or a 10 on a scale from 1 to 10. And I mean that literally. My woman life is a 10. It's better than a 10. My marriage to Pink Firefly is a 10. It's a 10. I never thought I'd have a marriage that was a 10. I figured, I'd be lucky if I get an 8, 8.5, because marriages are hard. It's a 10. To have a marriage where you virtually never argue about anything, you're both happy together every day, you're having sex with other women and your wife doesn't care, it's a 10. My business life is a 10. My income is what most of you in the audience would consider 10. It's not what I consider 10, but income is very subjective. But if I told you right now how much money I make in a typical year, most of you would say, holy shit, if I made that, it'd be a 10. My spiritual life is a 9.5. My health, not my fitness. My fitness isn't too bad, but health and fitness are two different things. I can't talk about fitness. I'm overweight. But my health, minus my body fat percentage, because I pay very close attention to my health, my blood lipid panels, all those things, is at least a 9. I mean, if you compare it to the typical guy my age, the typical American who's 50, I'm almost 50, dude, no contest. My family life is a 10. Down the line, everything is a 9 or a 10. And when you get to a certain point in your life where there's only so much more you can improve, and I can improve, I still am. But when you get to these points where things like money is not, so in my life now, today, money is really not a big concern anymore. It's just not a concern I have. It's just I got plenty of it. And so when you reach these levels, instead of focusing on yourself, you want to focus on having other people experience the same thing. And my greatest joy in my work life, I don't know if that's literally true. I might think about that for a minute, but I think so, is watching other men experience even bits and pieces of what I have. Like the very first time they do a long-term non-monogamous relationship, or the very first time they have sex with a woman who they think is at least a 9 or a 10. That like, oh my God, I can't believe it worked. Or when they quit their job. These guys say, I just quit my corporate job. I have you to thank because I have an Alpha 2.0 location-dependent business. I love that stuff. That's why I'm here. Not only is that a key part of my mission, yes. Not only do I want to make money, definitely yes, but it also is very enjoyable for me to have you experience the things that I've experienced. And the best way that I can do that is to have a relationship with you where I actually work with you instead of me just giving you a book and say, read this book, or and more accurately, you buying a book. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making sense here. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to talk about. I think that was it. That's really it. I'm going to go through in a second what you get from the SMIC program. I know there's something else I wanted to say to you. I can't remember. This is unscripted, dude. This is what you get. Okay, here's something. How do I say this? So I have to be really careful. So you guys in the audience, I know there's a few of you who are at the very high income level, 7-figure incomes, maybe even high 6 figures. Maybe you can relate to some of this. When you get to the point where you're making a certain amount of money, new opportunities open up for you that you didn't have before that. So in other words, if you're making, $1.5 million a year, you have business opportunities you didn't have when you were making $300,000 a year, right? I mean, a lot of you guys know this. Not a lot of you guys. A few of you guys know this. So I'm at a point now in my business career where, actually, let me rewind for a second. In 2000, I started this business, this Alpha Male 2.0 company in 2009. Okay. And back then I made a commitment to my audience and I said, this is a long-term business plan. This is a long-term thing. I'm here to play the long game. This is a 15-year project, this Black Dragon / Alpha Male 2.0 thing. And I made that very clear that I will do this for 15 years. I will stick around. I will talk about these topics for at least 15 years. The reason I said that is because those of you who followed my material for a very long time, are we still recording? Yes, we are. Those of you who have followed my material for a long, long time, you know that I came out of the pickup artist world. And if you know the pickup artist world is full of a lot of guys who are very smart, who have very strong game, who give really good dating advice and are terrible business owners. They're not businessmen. And so they'll come out with a book or two, or they'll try to sell a coaching service or something, and they'll try to sell it for a while and then they'll be gone. And so a lot of guys were worried that was going to happen to me. Even to this day, when I said I was going to marry Pink Firefly, guys said, oh my God, great. Now Black Dragon's going to vanish off the earth, just like Paul Janka did, just like so-and-so, just like so-and-so, just like so-and-so. He's not going to talk about dating anymore. Here I am, bro. Almost 3 years. So wrong. Why? Because I do what I say and I play the long game. I'm a businessman. I'm a businessman first and a pickup guy, or I was a pickup guy second. Whereas most pickup guys who try to do, or tried to do, I've been out of that community for a long time. Maybe that's not true anymore. But back then when I was around in the pickup artist world, these guys who would sell a dating book or whatever, a dating service or dating coaching service, it really wasn't a long-term business model these guys were following. Instead, it was more of, this is some fun topic I'm going to discuss until I get a girlfriend or until I get married. And the split second I get a girlfriend or get married, I'm going to stop talking about this, which is kind of what they did. And notice I didn't do that. So that's why I made that commitment. I made a commitment to my audience. I would continue to talk about these topics for 15 years, starting in 2009. Well, do the math. 15 years, 2009 plus 15 is 2024. Okay. Well, it is now the end. We're nearing the end of 2020. So that means we've got 3 years, less than 3.5 years left until such time as I'll have to make a decision on whether or not I want to still discuss these topics and still spend time doing this. But Caleb, you just said that's part of your lifetime mission. Correct. It's not that I will stop doing these things and stop supporting this material. It's that I can take the brakes off and I can sub a lot of it out and do less of it while I focus on other things. I don't know if I will still be discussing these topics one-on-one like this in 3 years in 2024. I don't know. Maybe, probably, but I don't know. And the reason I circled back to that was, as I was saying a minute ago, there are business opportunities that I have now where I can make a very large pile of money in very short periods of time that I didn't have the opportunity to do. I can't talk. That I didn't have the opportunity to do just 5 years ago. And so I'm going to be leaning in that direction starting next year. Double that, because as of February next year, I won't be living in the United States anymore. And those of you who do a lot of international business, you know that when you're shackled to living in the United States and being shackled to the United States tax system, and you only have an American passport, you're kind of limited as to various things you can do around the world. Well, I won't have those limits anymore. Next year, the shackles are getting removed, and so business deals that may not make sense right now are going to make total sense next year. So as of next summer 2021, I will start leaning heavily in some other business directions that are new for me. And so I may or may not have as much time to do this. And so what I'm basically saying is, in the next 1, 2, 3 years, I don't know how accessible I'm going to be to you. I mean, right now I'm doing this video, we're 26 minutes in. I don't know if I'll have the time to do that kind of thing. I don't know if I will be doing these coaching sessions every other Saturday for the SMIC program, or these focus program meetings, or I don't know if I will be able to do that. I might, but I might not. It's entirely possible that in, 2-3 years, 2024 or so, I may just hire a business manager to run this Alpha 2.0 company, hire, 2-3 guys, train the trainer type stuff, men who already live the Alpha 2.0 lifestyle, have them present this material. And I will be, the picture on the website, the picture of the brand, beautiful. And, every once in a while I'll pop up and I'll still support it behind the scenes, but not in a front stage way. So this is a very long-winded way of saying, if you want this access to me personally at this level, you shouldn't wait. You need to probably get on this pretty soon. Ideally over the next 4 days, because that way you get a discount. Because I can't promise you that a year from now, certainly 3 years from now, I will be this accessible. I'll still be involved in the Alpha Male 2.0 world for the rest of my life. And that's a guarantee. That's a part of my mission. But in terms of me being this accessible, doing YouTube videos like this and blog posts and coaching, and I don't know where I'll be in a year or 2 or 3. I don't know. So if that's of concern to you, you need to get in on this now. You shouldn't wait. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And I'm not saying that that's guaranteed to happen either. So that, just so no one 3 years from now pulls up this video and said, Caleb said he wouldn't do this anymore, and he still is. I'm not saying that will happen. I'm saying it could. I don't know what's going to happen in terms of specifically where I'm going to allocate my time in a given weekly or monthly schedule 3 years from now. That's a very hard thing for me to predict. It really is. Some things have happened, good things, that are significant in my life last 5 years, and these things are just going to increase. So, yeah, that's it. So let me go through really quick how this works. If you're already a member of the SMIC program, you can fast forward this a little bit, and I will cover at the end of the video the new features of this program. But if you're not familiar with the SMIC program, it is a monthly program where it's automatically bills your credit card. You can cancel whenever you want. There's never a commitment, and you get a bunch of stuff that no one else on the entire internet gets. You get access to me personally, and you also get access to topics that I discuss only in the SMIC program. Let me pull up my list here to make sure I'm being very complete. So you get a lot of stuff. Like a lot of stuff. And we just added a bunch more stuff without raising the price. And it was important to me to add more content without raising the price, because especially with COVID and things like that right now, I'm trying to keep the prices down as best I can for you guys. So in no particular order, first thing is that we have audio trainings. We've got about 86 of these now. I used to call them podcasts, but they're really not podcasts. A podcast is what I do for free. I have the Alpha 2.0 podcast, comes out every Wednesday, and that's where you get a topic and you just talk about a topic. These podcasts are audio trainings: how to do a third date, how to buy real estate, how to allocate your investments. We cover business topics, investing topics, time management topics, woman topics, everything. And it's very detailed step-by-step information on these. And I believe there's about 86 of them. And as soon as you sign up, you have access to all of them. All of them. And they're sorted in different topic areas and things like that. And it's material I don't have literally anywhere else on the entire internet. There is no book or course you can buy for the stuff we cover, for most of the stuff we cover in the SMIC program. And every month you get a new one. Every month I do a new one. Every month, at the first of the month, you get a new one. And it's also often based on requests from current members. So if there's a topic you want me to talk more about and you're an SMIC member, you can make a request. And usually I will end up doing that. Maybe not the very next month, but soon. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, these also we have PDF transcripts for those. Some of you guys prefer to read than to listen. Fine, there's PDF transcripts. You can just download the transcript. They're yours. Most importantly, I mentioned this earlier, every other Saturday in the SMIC program, we do a Zoom call. Anyone who wants to sign up can join us in the SMIC program, where I answer all the questions that have come in. I have a very special email account for SMIC guys to write in questions, including coaching questions. And I read the questions on air like this, and I answer them. And then one of the new features is we upload the video, and we actually there's no link, but we do a timestamp of where your questions were. So you can literally go right to your question and listen to the answer instead of watching the whole video. But then after I'm done answering those questions, we open it up to the group, and anyone on the call can ask me any questions you want on any topic. I'm qualified to answer, including coaching questions, and I stay there for as long as I can. If it's an hour, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, I think we did one at 3 hours, I stay for as long as I can. And we do that every other Saturday, rain or shine. Sometimes I float the day, maybe a Friday or a Monday, depending on my travel schedule and things like that. But it's twice a month. Twice a month. Even if I'm traveling, no matter what else is going on in my life. And we usually do those at 1:30 PST on Saturday. The reason for that is 1:30 is the only time, 1:30 PST is the only time where the guys in Europe, the guys in the US, Canada, and the guys in Australia, New Zealand are all awake at the same time. So the Australians have to get up really early. The Europeans may have to stay up a little late, but everyone can join in the call if you want. And if you miss the call, it's okay. You can download, within 3 or 4 days, they're uploaded to the SMIC members only site, and you can watch the video at your leisure. And you can answer, so you can actually benefit from these without ever actually joining one of these live calls. You can just email me the questions and then just watch the video. We have SMIC members who do that, and they've been members for years, and all they do is just write in questions and they watch the video. They never actually join the call because they don't want to. Fine. If you want to join the call live, you can ask me questions live, or you type in the comments and I read the comments, or the chat I should say, and I answer the questions there. I do that twice a month. Most important component of the SMIC program. Very, very important. Next thing I do is you have access to all the past newsletters, teleconferences, and videos and video conferences from all the past SMIC iterations. SMIC has been a program I've been doing since 2012. That's 8 years of content that you get for free as soon as you sign up. It's all yours. We have a members-only SMIC forum, anonymous SSL secured, can't talk, forum for SMIC members, where you can get input and questions and answers from your fellow SMIC members, as well as me. I am in there every day, every morning, 6 days a week, answering questions. It is the only forum on the entire internet where I do that, the SMIC forum. Boom. I do sporadically how-to videos, similar to the audio trainings, but they're videos for the SMIC members only that I do not post on YouTube or any course, anything like that. As soon as you sign up, you get access to, you are submitted 2 tests. Professionally administered test. You get the professionally administered Myers-Briggs MBTI test and the Colby-C index. Is it Colby-C or Colby-A? Colby-A. The Colby-A index, which is actually better than Myers-Briggs. There's more science behind that. These are personality tests to show you where you're strong and where you're weak. And you get that after being an SMIC member for 60 days. So on your second month, after you make your second payment, you're administered these tests. These tests cost $50 each if you were to buy them yourself. You get them for free as part of the SMIC program. Very cool. Cheat sheets. So I have several cheat sheets in the SMIC program, which are summaries, step-by-step summaries of more complicated processes like starting a business, marketing, what to do on a first date, things like that. You have access to those. Scoreboard. We get a scoreboard on all the numbers that the Alpha Male 2.0 should track. His physical life, if you're over the age of 35, your business life, your financial life, your woman life, all these key numbers, whatever you track improves. Whatever numbers you track in your life improves. It's just how it works, how the brain works. You get that as soon as you sign up. So here's a new thing, not a new thing, an improved thing. You get a hot sheet. So what I used to do every other month is a hot sheet, single page, on what I'm doing right now that I haven't talked about anywhere else, just the SMIC program. Things going on with my investments, things going on, things I'm testing in my woman life, my 5 flag stuff, more details on what I'm doing with my 5 flag stuff that I can't talk about publicly. I do that in a hot sheet every other month. As of right now, the new improved SMIC program, which is the same price, I now do those every month. That was a big request. Several guys requested, can you just do those every month? They're awesome. Done. I just did my first one, and they're longer. It used to be 1 page. Now they're 2 pages. I go through every aspect. I just did my first one. Let's see, yesterday. Here's an example. Something really, really cool happened in my woman life 2 weeks ago. And it's one of these fucking awesome, amazing things that I can't talk about publicly, and I never will, but I can with you guys in the SMIC program. It's all there in the hot sheet. Investment stuff, 5 flag stuff I'm trying my business. I go through all that stuff every month, and you have access to all the past hot sheets. If you want them, they're all there for your download. Let's see. Several video, I can't go into detail about this, but several videos from several of my online courses are now integrated into the SMIC program. So these are very inexpensive ways to get access to that material. My courses are kind of expensive, and the SMIC program is not. So we have several of those videos right on the main member page as soon as you sign up. They're right there, mostly covering business videos, things like that. Access to personal coaching. If you want to coach with me one-on-one, I'm expensive, but if you want to do that, you can through the SMIC program at an additional fee. I do not coach with anyone outside of the SMIC program. I do not do it. And I get calls all the time. Hey, are you available for one-on-one coaching? I say no. You have to join the SMIC program first, and then you have to pay $400 for a 30-minute phone call. Or any blocks of those you want. So I have to do that because if I don't do that, it consumes my schedule and I get nothing else done. It's not because I'm being an asshole. I have to do that. I have to put a bunch of hoops in the way. So that way, also the benefit to that is that the guys I coach with one-on-one, the few that I do, are very serious. These are guys who aren't fucking around. These are serious guys. You get a fast implementation toolkit. I'm not going to go into detail about that, but it's a bunch of getting started in your woman life, getting started in your business, getting started with the SMIC program. You get all that as soon as you sign up. When you are a member of the SMIC program, as long as you are a member, you get a bunch of discounts. You get 25% off all Black Dragon and Caleb Jones books that cost more than $10. I'm reading so I don't make any mistakes. You get 25% off all seminars that I do. That includes the web-only seminars that I do and the in-person seminars once COVID goes away. And you also get 15% off all online courses, which is a lot of money. 50% off my course is a lot of money. You can pay for SMIC just doing that. So that's what you get. Now here's the new stuff you get. We've added some new stuff. The new stuff you get is, as I mentioned earlier, I do monthly hot sheets instead of bi-monthly hot sheets. We do question timestamps in all of the Q&A videos now. So if you just email a question and want to get your question answered, you can go right to your answer and watch just the answer and then leave. I want to be respectful of your time. I'm going to start doing expert audio interviews. I already have 3 experts lined up. And these will be in podcast form, and I will not publish these publicly. They will only be in the SMIC program. Experts primarily in areas that I can't really talk about, that I don't know much about. Fitness would be one, things like that. Day game would be another one, right? Things like that. We have just implemented a referral program. So if you sign up, if you're a current member of the SMIC program, if you refer anyone else, the very first time they make their first payment, you get a free month. And you can do that as many times as you want. I did a variation of this several years ago. I don't know why I stopped doing it. I guess no one really asked to do it. But I did a variation of this a few years ago, and I had one guy who got 7 months of SMIC program free. 7 months free because he kept referring people. It's great. Cool with me. Win-win. Triple win. He wins because he gets the material. You win because you get free months, and I win because I get new SMIC members. All good. The next thing we're going to start doing, I just sent out an email about this to the current members. We're going to start doing, and this is a big thing that current SMIC members have requested, at least once a month, if not more, we're going to do Zoom calls just for the members with no set agenda where guys can just talk to each other. And you can break out into breakout sessions using Zoom and things like that. I will be involved in some of them, not others. This is mostly for a lot of guys wanted to interact more with other SMIC members, other Alpha Male 2.0s to bounce ideas off, get advice from, help out people, whatever. We're going to start doing that every month. So that's another Zoom call you can be part of if you want. And whether or not we record those, probably record those. I don't know what the point would be, but we can. Cool. Next thing, I have taken an abbreviated version of my life manual, the thing that I gave as what I sold for the Alpha Male 2.0 World Tour back in 2018. It's not the same version of that. It's a little abbreviated, but an abbreviated version of all the notes that I've taken on all the books, audio courses, seminars, video courses, everything I've gone to, all my notes from all those things the past 25 years. I still have all these notes. I just stack it up in this gigantic Word document. I've picked out the bits and pieces that I know apply to Alpha Male 2.0, made it into a nice, neat Word document, and that is now part of the SMIC program. No extra charge. Let's see. Oh, the last thing we do is Sleek Technique. So that newsletter that we have, I have 2 email newsletters. One of them is the question and answer email newsletter. And these are free newsletters. No, these are not part of SMIC. And the other one is Sleek Technique. That's every Sunday, I believe. Is that right? I think that's right. I have a lot of content, but that is a specific technique that you get every Sunday. And we've published, I think, 17, 18 of those now. And we are now going to have an archive in SMIC of all past and current issues of Sleek Technique. So you can just click on there and there's a list of all the topics and you can click the technique you want and pull it right up. You don't have to worry about screwing around with your email. So we added that too. We had at least 3 guys ask for that. So you get all that crap, all that stuff, including my personal interaction with you, $177 a month. And if you sign up in the next 4 days before Monday night, you get 50% off the first month. So that would be, the first month would be what, $88.50 for the first month, and it's $177 after that. There is no commitment. You can cancel whenever you want. You can cancel this stuff whenever you like. I have had guys who join SMIC for a few months to work on a certain key area. They go off SMIC for a few months and then they come back. That's perfectly fine with me. Use this program any way that you want to use it. This program is for you so I can accomplish my mission of helping you design your Alpha Male 2.0 life. And let's be real specific about that. Everything in this program is geared toward 2 objectives for you. That is, 1, location independent income in your own business that is at least $75,000 per year US pre-tax. If you want to make more, you can make a lot more. There are guys in the SMIC program who make way more than that. There's one guy who just did his first $34,000 month a few months ago through the SMIC program using my content. He's like, Caleb, I have you to thank. I believe he's 29 years old. Don't quote me that. He might be 32. I don't remember his age. I believe he's 29. $34,000 in 1 month directly from the stuff he learned in the SMIC program. Now, to be legal, results not typical. It's not like every guy who joins is going to make $34,000 a month. You know what I mean. I could give you story after story. I have, when you go to joinsmic.com, that's where you do this. If you use the coupon code, what did I say? SMIC is awesome 2020. Use that for your 50% off. Also, there is a webinar you can watch. This book goes for about an hour and a half where I go through some more details on these objectives. And I interrupted myself in terms of the objectives. The first objective is location independent income, $75,000. The second one is you dating, meaning having sex on a regular basis with at least 2 women, not 1. That's monogamy, not 0. That's incel. Incel will not make you happy long-term. Monogamy will not make you happy long-term. For a while, yes. Long-term, no. You need multiple women, so at least 2. 2 women you consider at least cute. If they're 2 ugly women, that's not going to make you happy again long-term. 2 women you consider at least cute on rotation in your life. If you want more than 2, there are maniacs in the SMIC program who have a lot more than 2. I have a lot at the moment. I have a lot more than 2, so that's fine. So those are the 2 objectives, and that is what the entire program is geared for. And again, this is something I do selfishly because I want to help you. So it's the Tom Cruise thing: help me help you. And if it's not for you, that's fine. No worries. If this is something that is not for you, if you just want to buy one of my books and just leave it at that, that's perfectly fine with me. Hey, Caleb, it's $177 a month. That's a lot of money. I understand that right now, especially during COVID and the collapsing West and all that good stuff, $177 a month is a lot of money for some of you. For some of you, let me cover the guys that it's not a lot for. For some of you motherfuckers, that's nothing. $177 is nothing. You won't even notice a difference. But even if it is something, the value you get from the program is far beyond $177. You will make back many, many times that money just in the business and investing advice we talk about. There's no way you can't make that back unless you literally do nothing. Okay, that's on you. That's not on me. But that's really it. Join smic.com. If you want that discount, You have until Monday night at 8 p.m. EST. Join smic.com, and I'll put links and things in the video below. If you've stuck with me this long, how long have I been talking? My God, 45 minutes. Like I said, I didn't want to do just a typical sales video for this. I didn't feel right for this. I wanted to have a more real conversation with you. And as always, if you have questions, certainly leave me comments below. I'm here to answer them. I'm here to help you. I'll be watching this, as I always do these launches over these 4-day weekends, not a literal 4-day weekend, but you know what I mean? I'm kind of paying attention to this stuff. I'll be watching if there's any problems or questions. And I strongly recommend you do this if Alpha Male 2.0 is something you want to get done in your life. It's difficult for me to recommend something more than this. Most of my other things, books, services, courses, are for certain types of guys who want certain types of things. And it's not for everybody. The SMIC program is for all of you. It's for all of you watching this video who are interested in these Alpha 2.0 lifestyle models. And it's very hard for me to not recommend this program enough. And if it's not for you, you can always quit. It's fine. It's not a big deal. And I won't take it personally. But I know it is. We have one last thing before we go. My new website, it's not there yet. There's been some delays. My new primary main webpage, calebjones.com. The old version is still up there now, probably as of this recording. But soon, the next week or two, hopefully, there will be the new website up there. And we will have an entire page of testimonials. And this page, I say page, I believe it is 6 pages, long scrolling pages of testimonials, the equivalent of that many. Testimonial after testimonial after testimonial after testimonial. Young guys in their 20s, old guys in their 50s, guys who want to develop location-independent income, guys who are virgins and are now getting laid, on and on and on and on and on and on. Guys who are able to quit their corporate jobs, on and on and on and on. And there are testimonials at joinsmic.com as well. If you are a current member of the SMIC program and you've enjoyed your time there and you've found value there, you are more than welcome to leave a comment below telling other people that you liked it and the results that you got. If you want, that's completely optional. You don't have to do that. But you can tell from this video, and I don't know if you can tell from my attitude about this, I feel very strongly about this. This is very, very important to me. This is the most important thing I do, or at least the most important offering I give to a customer base in all of my companies. That's how strongly I feel about this. That's why I've been sitting here talking to you for almost an hour about this, instead of just doing, hey guys, buy this thing and give me money. Woo. It's beyond that. I hope you can see that. It's beyond, that's not how I feel about this. Okay, that's it. I'm done rambling. I will see you guys very soon. If you have any questions, as always, just let me know and have fun.